Hey guys. Okay, so welcome to our Zoom call tonight. This is one of a series of Boss Babe topics that we have been talking about. And so tonight we're actually going to talk about my secret tips to success. There's really no secret, but we are joined by sales director Sophia Jacob is with us today, and she's coming on to check out what we're doing on Zoom. And when we're all done, I asked her if she wanted to share anything that I missed or if she wants to add anything. So I'll open it up to her at the end. Anybody that is live has questions, you can chat on the side. So I made some notes. I don't normally make notes. Usually I just wing it. But tonight I thought I'd make a few basic notes of all the little things that kind of make this journey a secret to success, I believe. Because just like any business that you do, I think it doesn't matter what's, direct sell business you do, but you make your business a success. And so the first thing I want to say is everybody wants to know, what is my secret, right? Any secret. Even when you have, kids at home, they want your secret. They want to know your schedule. They want to know your systems. They want to know your time management. I mean, I was one. I would go to a director class and go, tell me your schedule. Tell me what time you work your business. Tell me, how does it work with kids? We're always excited and interested in what other people are doing. And I want to know what kept them happy, what kept them in the business as long as they've been. Do you know what? And when I think about it, there's just no secret. There's no secret to this business. It is so black and white. And so I thought I would kind of give you a few tips that have made this business success, and it's all Mary Kay stuff. And as you guys know, I always like you to go back and to read and research and get to know everything you need on Mary Kay In Touch, because you really don't need me or Sophia. We're here for love and moral support. We can't motivate you, but what we can do is support you along the journey, because we had the same. So the best thing I will tell you is that we actually just work on ourselves instead, okay? We work on ourselves in this process, and that is your mission, is to want people to be around you, right? We're in the people business. You might piss other people off in the process. You might make them jealous. They might find things wrong with you, because that's really just, people are just jealous. But in the end, what you need to decide is what works for you the integral way, the right way. And I think more than anything along this whole process, I've lived this journey almost 17 years. And I like to copy the right cat. I like to talk to the right person where I want to be, right? To switch person. But I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen a lot of consultants come and go, and I just can't get emotionally connected to it. And so what makes you great in this business, whether it's customers or if it's consultants, because that's a hard thing when people come and go, because you see the potential, you just have to love and let go. And in the place that we're in this Mary Kay world, it is truly the best. We have the best company for women. We know it's good. You just have to believe that we know what's right for you, and just know that you're in the right place. And by you attending these calls are important. And I just had to say that from my heart, because I really feel people are always looking for that next thing, and they do 3 and 4 and 5 different companies trying to search for something to complete them, and they keep failing forward. And it's a constant. I'm sure Sophia meets it too. So why do your clients stay with you? Are you fun? Do you have a direction, right? And if you have fun and you have a direction, and they don't feel sold to, they will stay with you, because you have impacted their life through sharing a great product. And in the end, they want to help you. That's why women decide to hold a party with you or support your business, is they want to see you succeed. They need to know why you're in this company, what your goals are, really what you're truly working for. And the best part, the best secret, is that Mary Kay sells itself. That's the first battle that we didn't even have to figure out. Some people start a business, and what happens? They got to find a product to let people fall in love with it. But we have it. So that's the hardest part. And as far as I'm concerned, that is over. So the easy part is for you to get out of your own way. You need to sell a lot of product because it's actually pretty fun. And the more products you sell and the more parties you do, it's actually kind of giggy. It's like a hive. You can't wait to do more. But you need to share the business the right way, and just know that everybody you ask will come in if it's the perfect timing for them. And if not, don't give up on them, because I really truly believe a lot of people need you to ask them 4 and 5 times. And just know that if they know your life and they know you're the same as you are as a consultant to them and as a friend, then they'll join you, right? So what you want to do is work full circle and do all the Mary Kay systems that Mary Kay has. They've really provided you with everything that you need in your starter kit. And everything is pretty much online for you. So the first thing I want to say is, if you've not read your Mary Kay autobiography in the last 2 months, you got to read it again. I think you should read it every single year to understand what she did. There was one woman that started this with 9 of her friends. And now look at it. So this whole Mary Kay system is like a franchise in a way, where it's all cookie cutter. It's really simple, but what you got to do is just make you to be a part of it. So here's 6 top tools I think that are game changers in this business. And no surprise, you guys are going to know what these 6 are. Again, these are my success tips. The first thing is, this is non-negotiable, day in and day out, your 6 most important list. Before you go to bed tonight, you got to get paper and write down what you need to do in your business. Okay, if you need to do it for personal, let's do it. 2 separates. But as you guys know, I've talked about my brain books before. You need a book for the whole month that everything's in there. Your 6 most important list, day in and day out. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to always know who your next 15 or 30 faces are. That's your perfect and your power start. And if you're new and you're like, what the heck is all this perfect and power start? It's in your Ready, Set, Sell book. You just got to read. It's pretty basic. And that is where you put the product on 15 to 30 faces. You can do it the slow way, which is 1 by 1 every day if you needed to, or you do it the quick way and you get a few friends together. And you know what, you have to just say, you know what, I need your help. My goal this month is to meet, 30 women, to do satin hands, to, doing mama on the go look. It's that easy, in and out. You guys can do it in 45 minutes or less. That is a game changer. And you need to do that monthly. When people are unhappy in their business, and you'll see me talk about this later, it's because their daytimer has no appointments and they have no system that they're working for. So perfect and power starts, number 2. Number 3 is, you need to understand the advance brochure. You need to go on to the MK InTouch and you go on to the resource guide. It's your manual to this business, and I want you to print it out. It's going to be about this thick, but it's the best paper you can print out. It's going to talk to you about the steps in this company and the career. Until you understand the money that this company is giving away, it won't be yours. And it's a shame. You need to understand the plan. It also tells you in the back of the book how we earn a car, how it works. And you need to know. It's a roadmap. If you don't know, you can't share that to somebody else. And if you knew what commissions they were giving us as directors, you would join Sophia and I on this journey. Trust me, you do. I was in this company a year and I'm going to figure this out. And I know Sophia did it just as fast. We came in, we knew what we wanted to do, and we just did it. I have never looked back, but I knew my map, right? So the advanced brochure is number 3. Number 4 is your STAR consultant program. You don't miss a STAR. You just don't. And if you're not banking a STAR, you're not making much money. It's $600 wholesale a month. Okay, $600 profit. That's not much. That's $150 weeks. That's 1 appointment. That's 1 reorder. It's not that much. Now that's wholesale. You do that day in and day out, and you do that every month. So we're in a new month. So that's your goal this month. Plus, you want that tablecloth. I know it's so trivial. It's a tablecloth, but it's beautiful, and it'll make you feel very set up, and you can put it under every party you do. It makes every table look great. So that is just a non-negotiable. And again, if you aren't familiar with how it works, we do get party and prizes for partying, I always say. So online, just Google under the search, STAR Consultant Program. It'll tell you how it works. It's all there. You don't need us. It's all there. My director never gave me info. She told me where to go to read it. So she would never just say, oh, of course, and spew all the details. No, if I wanted it, I was an independent consultant. I needed to find it myself. Number 5, PCP. It's your preferred client program. Now, some people say, oh, yeah, but nobody wants mail. Yes, they do. Every person I give a catalog to, they love their catalog. It's recyclable. It's also recycled paper. They get a gift with purchase. Otherwise, you do not get a gift with purchase. That's a special VIP perk. And it's cheap. At $1.25 a name. Start gathering your names. There's no excuses. You can find 10 a month. So if you've been in this business a few years, you should have 200 people on your PCP. Like PCP program is $50 a book. So think, if you have 10 people on your PCP and a mail out goes up to them and they spend $50, you can do the math. What's your profit? That's how you become a star consultant. PCP. I'll say it constantly. And the 6th thing, I mean, there's many other top secrets, but the 6th thing is you need a website. That's how I got started in Mary Kay. If I did not have a website, or this woman did not have a website, I wouldn't have joined. I Googled, and 5 consultants I emailed, 1 messaged me back. So if it wasn't for Shirley to have an email and have a website, I would not be here. I probably would have given up, because I was that instant gratification 25-year-old who was just searching on the web. So you need a website. Also start directing your clients to using it. So I just put on a VIP special. Today I sent a message to 30 of my favorite clients saying, it's an exclusive for you. You have to order on my website. Here's my link. It's going to get people creating profiles on your website. It's going to keep them saved in the MK In Touch. And then it's already on your PCP. You guys, we got to start using all these resources that make this job easy for us instead of making it complicated. We can't just have a Facebook group and hope that those are our clients. And until they buy from you 4 and 5 times and call you by name, they need to use these systems. So more than anything, keep this business simple, right? The best thing you can do is just keep putting products on your face, appointments, follow up, and you share the opportunity. And you need to be duplicatable, because if your friends see you try the product and they go, that's pretty easy, and I could use $100, they will join you. And that's how you become a director, is you do it the right way. You don't just sell kits. You're going in and you're going through and you're doing it the right way. They've seen you, they've used the products and they go on. The kit sale that just happened is kind of good and bad. I always get excited when there's a kit sale and then I don't, because there's a lot of people who just buy kits. There's nothing you can do if that's what they want. All you can do is really get to know them as a relationship in the process, and there's nothing wrong with that. So more than anything, if you show them how to use their kit. Now, Carol Thompson rocked it. As you guys knew, she put that private thing on with Mary Kay Canada, and I know many of you probably haven't even seen it. You haven't invested the time to go and watch it, and you need to. These systems are out. We put our time out to help you guys because we know it works. Right? And if we look at our unit base, and probably like Sophia, 1 out of 50 do something we tell them to do, right? So we want the best for you, or we wouldn't give our heart to these calls. The second thing is you want to be a really good planner, right? So if you have a plan yourself of something that excites you and you invest a little bit of time each week to sitting down and go, well, what do I want my VIP group to understand, my PCP clients? Do I want to give them a special perk to follow up? Like, what do you really want out of your business? Engage them and make them feel important so they don't leave. Know what your hostess plan is monthly. You guys know my hostess plan. It's very, very, very simple. And I'll just say it again so Sophia knows. It's 2 girlfriends come over. So there's 3 of you. She instantly gets 2 items at half price. Simple. It's easy for your clients to remember. If our sales are over, $200 or $400, and that's up to you, then they can get off 10% off of their own order, or 10% of the total party sales. But keep it that simple so that you know it. So if someone says to you, I would love to get a couple people together, it should just spew out of your mouth right away what your hostess plan is, and it's got to excite you. I remember years ago going to a trade show in Vancouver, and I was at a booth, And this new client, came up to me and said that she was all excited. She just had a Mary Kay party. There was 8 friends at her house. It was pretty successful. They said they sold about $2,000 in product for this consultant. It's very successful, very. 8 people. So think 8 people, $2,000 in sales. What would you give that person? Okay, that's big. She said to me she was the happy hostess winner of a makeup remover. And I go, and what else did she give you? Because I was new, I was curious. She's like, oh, a PCP gift, like a little makeup remover. And she's like, do you know that 3 people at that party wanted to book extra parties, but they were so bummed out at what I got, they didn't want to have one? She's lost me as a client now. And I'm looking for a new consultant, and I would love that to be you. And I'm like, well, okay, you need to talk to your consultant first, and you need to tell her you're upset because maybe she's new and she doesn't understand. Like, I'm new. I don't know what my hostess program is. She called me, and she's like, she didn't care, and she wasn't willing to change anything about it. So I was very blessed to bring on this client who's still in my unit today in Vancouver. And it was because of how she got felt at that party. She didn't feel that she was completely loved. And I know it's stuff and it's just that perk. But back then, if I would have done, you just got the max half price items, I do her 5, right? So 5 half price items. And I gave her, 10, or if there was more parties, I gave her 20% of the total sales. That's $200 in product plus her 5 or 6 items at half price. Do you not think I would have had 2 more parties booked that night? Yes. So really think on a hostess plan that really excites you and that would excite other people. If you're not getting referrals at your parties, your hostess plan needs to change, or you're really just not talking about it. And as you know, Kristen McBride's really good, is she has that past the present game. You guys have probably heard her talk about that, where she has a PCP gift wrapped up, and every time she says reorder or booking, they pass it around and it goes around, and it reminds Kristen to be constantly saying those words, right? Have little things that are fun. Stay connected to your sales director. Training, calls, challenges, and more. I mean, really, we're here to reach out and to help you. We've done exactly what you need to do, but we're also not mind readers. And so we also don't know when you're struggling unless you tell us. We don't know when things maybe need to change. And usually you're down because you don't have bookings and you didn't get that appointment that you wanted to. So just know we're here. Support and love, and that's a success tool to me, because how many people could you just phone up a business person like myself or Sophia and say, I need some help? And we would pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars an hour probably for our time. I've hired coaches in the past, and I've spent $200 to $500 a month on a few phone calls. So you guys have it easy with us. I mean, we're human, we understand, we're moms. But sometimes we're a little tough, and I'm really tough, and I just say, go get a booking. It'll cure everything. So the next thing is bookings, and more bookings. As my director, Jennifer, used to say all the time, is you want bookings because they keep you happy, healthy, skinny, and rich. Because you're not sitting at home, right, eating your kids' lunches. You're out there working. You're having fun. You're going to yoga. You're meeting people, right? Like, you're happy, and your endorphins are kicked in because you've got sales coming in. You got reorders. I mean, today when I did my VIP sale, I got 11 orders just from me following up. It's amazing when you just follow up, right? Thank you, Jamie. Your question's very cute. Answering my questions, no matter how weird they are. I love it. There's no weird questions, right? There's no stupid answers to anything. So I think more than anything, just know that by sitting at home, we get stale. I've been there. I get frustrated. And when I get frustrated, something needs to change, right? When I feel stuck, something has to tweak. Doesn't mean I'm quitting. My systems are in place. I have my stock. I have all the Mary Kay tools in place. They make us successful. All we have to do is get out of our own way and just do it. So when you say to me today, oh, I placed my order and I'm this, and I go, okay, well, you're only 200 wholesale away from your tablecloth. I know it's not what you want me to tell you, but you need a little push to go, you're so close. And the moment I push you to 600 wholesale, now you're making money, right? And now you're a star. And now you can use the PCP program. You can afford to travel to conference. You can afford to go to seminar and enjoy what Mary Kay has, right? You guys need to know that even spare time, people make great money at this. So it's a matter of you making that plan. I will tell you that when you are ready to grow in the next level of your business, and I mean you're upset, like I just talked about, you're not happy where you are, you feel stuck, you're not connected to your why, right? It's not, and I heard this once, your goal should be small enough that it fits on the back of your business card. If it's bigger than that, it's not going to work, okay? Then if you're not connected, you need to go back and get back on track. And I'm a stickler for tracking. I know most of you just don't do it. And it breaks my heart because as a director, if we don't track, we don't go anywhere. So I will tell you, if you're mad where you are or you're not happy where you are, I promise you're not going to like to hear this. But if you're not tracking your IPAs, you're not tracking your power starts, and you're not tracking your money properly, then you're not going anywhere. The moment you do all that, you'll become a director. You'll be driving a car. Like it is really that black and white, right? Mary Kay has tracking sheets you can print off. Power Start, perfect. They have your WOD sheets, your weekly accomplishment sheets. They have your weekly plan sheets. Everything's done. You just have to do it. Now, I was a new consultant. I resisted many of it. I even hated profiling. But when I started profiling, I got lots of parties. And then people started filling up the back of the profiles, and I made more money. And it was like every little thing that I did got me closer and closer to money. Money made me happy. I made my husband happy. Got me a car. Got me 11 cars. Got me pins. That's nice. Pins are nice. Got me lots of rings. That's nice too. It's all connected, right? So here's a fun success tip. This is not my idea, but we're going to run with it. And this was on our director tips group, which I'm sure Sophia might have seen. But we're going to create private one-on-one group, secret groups with me. So Jess would create one just with me. So you're going to go on Facebook. You're going to create a group, and it's going to be called a secret group. Nobody else but the two of us are on that group. Do you know where I'm going with this, Sophia? Yeah. So it would be Jess and Angela. That's it. Secret group. You're going to name it Jess and Angela's secret group. It's really simple. Now, we're all going to have little secret groups. Jamie and I are going to have a secret group. Nobody's on there but Jamie and I. Okay? Everyone has a secret group. And I'll help you with your secret group. Every time you have a party date, every time you make a sale, every time that it's all IPA related, you have a Facebook party, you're going to post links in there just for the two of us to see. That's it. You're going to tell me when you go to party, and I want to know your date. This is where it gets real. And I'm okay wherever you are. If you do once a month, once every 2 months, it doesn't matter. But it's a communication hub for the two of us. But here's the cool part. So you create a Facebook Live group. You guys know we've been talking about those. I have the link to your Facebook party. I'm going to go on there and do a video. And I'm going to tell your clients how awesome you are. And I tell them what we're doing. And I'm going to get them really excited. Right? And then they can ask me questions too. But I'm on your Facebook party. I'm just going to sell you lots of product. But I'm going to do your introductions. Okay? So say you decide that you're going to book a party. And you guys know I love profiling with Messenger because it's really super easy. You can see when they've looked at it and they respond. I create a group chat and I post the questions and they all respond. The best thing is I actually have all their names and I add them to my private Facebook group. So everything's connected. But I can actually do a video and comment on your stuff. So we're just going to create a private secret group. If you need help with that, you don't understand, let me know. And then it'll be a communication forum between the two of us. So if you physically say, you know what, I just had a $100 sale and this is how I did it. Awesome. Again, it's a private thing. So there's no competition. There's no what so-and-so is doing. There's none of that, where the unit group that we have is great. But a lot of people don't post for certain things because they just don't want to know what everybody else is doing. So we're going to create this private hub. It's you're in my business together. Underwood name, and it'll be a success tool. So of all these little success tools, I think more than anything is knowing that little private group is kind of a communication hub for anything. So, hey, Ange, I just got a booking. Great. Tell me about it. Like, it's a private connection. And also, if many of you know too, if that you have team members, I always set up private chats. So it would be, say Jess and Brianna, and that's where you post all your questions. And that way your team member that joined up with you is understanding what's happening. And it's one communication, none of these back and forth just with me, because she needs to learn. So there's that it's another system that we do as well. So more than anything, there's no secret to Mary Kay. I hate to burst your bubble. Everything is ready for you. You get to create your own hours. It's your business. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But if you aren't happy where you are, or you feel like something's got to give, or you're new and you want to do it the right way from the beginning, you just follow everything that Mary Kay InTouch has. You don't need to ask me a million questions. Everything is on there. If you go on there first and you can't find something and you're stumped, then ask. Don't just bury it. But I will point you back to the Mary Kay InTouch for you to find it. I'm a good researcher, and I always made sure before I talked to my director, I always tried to look for it. Whether it was, nowadays we're very blessed. Our Mary Kay InTouch is way better than when I started 17 years ago. The kit is way better. Everything was samples where you guys get full-size product. Everything is done for you. So you can do a search at the top. There's even ingredient listings. We never had that. We had to bug poor Lynn Arnold at head office about everything. And if you don't have Mary Kay's number on speed dial, you need to. I can't fix orders and things like that. That's something you need to call head office directly. But we're here as a hub, but I teach you as very independently as I can, because you guys can do this. You don't need me for everything, but I love answering your questions. But always try to look first. So with that said, those are pretty much my success tips. There's nothing fancy, but remember the saying, bookings, bookings, bookings. They keep you happy, healthy, skinny, and rich. It's really, right? It's really that easy. You guys have to giggle along the way. So, and if you have any comments, questions, I'm going to open it up just to Sophia. I'm going to bring in Sophia to our group. Sophia and I have something pretty excited coming, and we decided we need to do city events. And so we're going to do our first jump start with also another director in town, Denise, and it's going to be a very fun, interactive, old school Mary Kay event just for consultants for the first one. I've had my first consultant already EMT me money, which is exciting. So it's RSVP so that we can decide where we want to hold it. I've got a few really cool ideas. But that's a success tool, right? Coming to events. So Sophia, is there anything that you want to add? Or maybe, you're still a brand new director, really. Under 5 years, I think you're still learning the ropes. Is there any one thing you think you could add to that?
Okay, well, I'm just going to reiterate what you've already said, and that was know the business, like where your money comes from, and that you're not leaving money on the table. The advance brochure I printed out when I was a consultant, and I've used that ever since. I go and check it all the time. I think that arranging your schedule, I do a color-coded schedule so I can see what's pink is Mary Kay, green is IPA, so income-producing activities, and then I just do for my son, he loves orange, so it's orange. And I just schedule my whole family, and I figure out where my Mary Kay is going to fit in, because that's the joy of having that flexibility. But if you don't work a plan or schedule or open up times for it, it doesn't just happen. Nothing just sort of happens. I don't know, Angela, you covered a lot of great things. I think that was great. I think recognizing that you're independent is good, and that you're in your business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And that there's so many beautiful women like Angela who are just loving to see you grow. And it's a matter of you just taking control of that and making that decision that you want a little something more. And I think when you press outside, anytime I've ever done anything great in Mary Kay, I've always wanted to throw up just a little bit when I've made the decision that I'm going to do that. And so I think when you have that thing that you're a little bit afraid, but excited. That's the sweet spot, because you're motivated to move forward. You're excited that there's going to be something good. And to me, I always feel like anything that you do, that trying is the key, that there's no loss in trying. If you decide you want to run for DIQ, or you want to run for whatever it is, all of the effort that you put into that still has money in your hand. You still have new clients. You still have all of those things that have developed. And often I remember asking my director, like, I felt I didn't know enough. But the reality is you know everything you need to know, and you're going to know more than anyone who comes to any of your parties. Mm-hmm. And you'll learn as you go anything that you need to, but all of the basics are there. Using the Mary Kay tools, getting really familiar with MK in Touch, using all of the resources that you have. And of course, Angela, as your director, is the best resource of all. And just coming to these events, to me, it was non-negotiable. When I signed up with Mary Kay and decided I was going to become a director, as soon as I saw that there was a career conference, I knew that was non-negotiable. I'd worked in a corporate environment for years, and personal development and professional development is key. And the fact was, too, is I didn't know anyone in Mary Kay here. And so I needed to connect with the company. So it's bigger than Fort McMurray, and it's bigger than me and my director, and when I was a consultant, and now me and my unit. It's just seeing what Mary Kay is. Like, going to seminar will change your life. Like, it'll change the way you see the company. And I agree. It's like, I always wanted to own a business. This was like the best way to do it. I have all the support, everything, all the hard stuff's done. I don't have to have a storefront. I don't have to hire employees. I just do my work, and it works. You know, it's and keeping your eyes on your own game, like blinders on. When you get distracted, when you see someone's doing really well and you start to criticize yourself, that's gonna hold you back. So yeah, it's just,
yeah. Because I mean, how many times, I don't know, I remember, like, yeah, same thing, especially when you get to conference and you see the lineup of top 10, you're like, oh, if I could just done a little more. No, don't do that, because you do it all, right? And everyone's got different stories, different kids, different lives at home.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. I think just celebrating every bit of success as you go along, and just recognizing the growth you've had. Like, look back to where you started and see where you are now. And I just think, celebrate everything, because really, that's the joy of Mary Kay for me. One of the best things. I never knew I would be ever motivated by prizes and a tiara, but I really would love a tiara. So I'm holding out for that. So I think that you do your job and you make money, and when you need more money, you sell more stuff. That's pretty basic. So you're never like stuck with, oh, I do 10 hours and I get paid $10 and that's all I'm going to get this week. No, you sell what you want to. And then on top of it, Mary Kay gives you presents, like, all the time. Free, you'll get an ordering bonus. You get a ring at the end of the year. You get the Star Consultant prizes. Like, all the things they're dying to give you. It's like, and it's just waiting for you to take them. And it's not limited. It's not like, oh, only 10 people are going to get a ring this year. If there's 1,000 people, everybody gets the ring. So they're trying. It's not like when I worked in corporate environment. You're limited. To move up, you have to wait for someone to die or quit, and here you just create your own career, and it's legitimately a career. I just was reading on one of the Mary Kay director groups about a young person who just became a director in the last year, and she is number 1 in Canada for the last 3 months. Mm-hmm. And she's in a pink Cadillac, and she just like ran. So she just didn't know.
And sharing the trip. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
got posted on our director page. She did the 600,000.
Yes, already has done the 600,000 already. It's like brand new director, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she didn't know any limits. No. She just ran, and I think anyhow, I'm just excited that blinders on and just run your race. But it's exciting to see that what is possible, because if that person can do it, so can you. Yeah, they have the exact same kit, the exact same tools. They have, So anyhow. Yeah. Excited, and I really appreciate that you invited me to this, Angela. Mm-hmm. I am really excited about the Jumpstart and having something that really gathers Fort McMurray as a community, and it'll be fun. And I think any opportunity you have to get together in that pink bubble, can only help you grow. You know, like, I loved the parade last year. Was such a great experience, and I just feel like all of these things just help build that Mary Kay sisterhood.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. Yeah. So
Yeah, and we need to do it again this year, even though there's a white Cadillac. We'll do it. We'll throw it in there anyway. Whatever. Because you know what? People loved it, and it was fun, and it was good exercise for everybody. But I think more than anything, and thank you for just saying that in just a different way, Sophia, because that's what's so good as a sisterhood of directors. We all have a different race. We're unique in our own way, and I think that's how we are successful. And just she said, just celebrate what you've done so far. Don't beat yourself up. Just know that what you're doing is right. Yeah, there's just anyway. This works if we work. Period. There's nothing. Don't complicate it.
no.
And how many times I tried to tweak and do my own way, and I go back to the Mary Kay way. How many times I've been a director and offer different things, and then I go and talk to a top director and say, tell me what you're doing differently because this frustrates me, or I don't like this. And they're like, go back to the Mary Kay way. Get your unit members to find their whys and just teach them how to sell. There's nothing fancy about it, even as when us directors go to learn. And if you aren't planning on going to seminar in Toronto, you need to find a way to get there, because that is when you get to rub shoulders with all the other consultants. You get to go to special classes. That is when you actually understand that what we have is a business. You need to see it. And it's the 40th anniversary. My mom's trying to come. As long as we can get her cataract surgery in the next few months, she's coming. But she's like, I'm going to go and attend the beauty consultant classes. I'm like, finally, 17 years in, my mom is finally going to go to conference and go to a beauty consultant class, because she's like, I'm retired and Dad thinks I should do a little more. And I said, yeah, you probably should, because you're retired and you know it's not going anywhere. And they've been good to me, and you need to see what company that I work for. And so she's excited. They put on Princess Court. Did you guys see on the Mary Kay in Touch at the very bottom? They have a news feed. They put out an incentive. So if you're a Princess Court this year for your sales, they have a very special recognition for you at conference. Like, there's a lot of extra things they're putting on. They've changed the whole layout of seminar. It's going to be afternoon awards night. It's not going to be really late in the evening. They've changed some. They're feeding us. Like, it's going to be very, very special. And Mary Kay's grandson will be there to hang out with us. Like, it's very special. So you need to know that, by you being there and seeing this business, you need to just figure it out. So it's July 26th to the 29th. And I won't tell you again, but sell a little bit each month, put a little bit away. We'll jam 3 or 4 of you in a hotel room, whatever you got to do. You get points, you just got to go, and you get to write it off. You guys know how passionate I am about taxes. So write-offs are very important. Another part of your business. And that's all the men need to see. You want to keep your husband the secret to success in 16, 17 years? Show him all the money and show him the tax breaks. That's it. Right, Sylvia? There's nothing else they need to know. They don't care about your ribbons. They don't care about your prizes. They don't care if you got girlfriend time right now, girlfriend time. They don't care. They want to see the money. They want to see the tax break. They like that you're happy, right? Yeah. They want to see you driving a great car.
That was a game changer for my husband.
Yeah.
When I got the car, it changed his whole view. It was like he was supportive, and all of a sudden it's like, man, it got real. Like, you just signed and got a car.
Yeah. And it's like one signature.
And it's plated, registered, key. Yeah.
Leasing my car this year was a very different experience. It was way more paperwork, way more work. And today I had to go register my vehicle again. And I'm like, come on, like, Mary Kay did this stuff for us. Like, I'm blessed to take the cash compensation, and I'll never say that's not a fun idea too. My accountant likes the write-offs, but other than that, there's whatever way you do it, just do it. It's fun and it's easy. Period. The more you complicate it. In the very, very beginning, I just was too dumb to doubt. And I remember feeling that I did know all the answers, and I probably screwed up many times. I mean, I'm definitely not perfect, but I don't remember the screw ups. And I sent Jess this little meme last night, how you won't remember in 5 years what you did wrong. And you really won't remember in 5 hours what you did wrong. So the matter is just fail forward, figure it out, have fun, do it the right way with integrity, love your clients, and just have fun. There's nothing more about it. The more fun you have, you'll keep going.
Absolutely.
And people, right? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if anyone hasn't already seen Carol Thompson's talk, I watched it and I was like brought back to when I started. And I'm just like, how simple it really is, just the things to do. And it got me excited. And I think whenever you're struggling, you just think back to when was the last time that things were going well and what was I doing then? And then you can and usually it's all the right things you should have been doing and you got sidetracked trying to make it fancy. And anyhow, sorry.
Yeah, no. So thank you to all of you guys. I want you to do your 6 most important lists before bed, right? Have a plan. You guys got notes. I will post this and send a link out on our group for everybody that missed it. It's okay because you can watch it again. And thank you, Sophia. And so you will see Sophia June the 2nd. It'll be a morning meeting. We will have more details. I have a feeling we're going to have a very big group. I've gotten really great response from everybody so far, and I think we're going to do these we could do them every quarter. We've committed to 3 to start, so like every 4 months, that's 3 a year. We're going to see how it goes, and I think it's really good as a city for everybody to connected, everybody get to know each other, and then we're all there as a hub and a resource. And when you're a small community, I think it's really important because we may go, oh, there's so many of us here, but there's really not. If you look at other direct selling companies like Tupperware, for example, how many reps are in town? We need more Mary Kay. And people are going to buy stuff somewhere else if you're not on top of them, or they're going to try something different. So what's happening with our new skincare line coming out soon, you guys, your business is going to change. You just need to just know that this new skincare line is going to change your business. We are going to get back the #1 spot. I have heard amazing things so far from a couple of the top directors and nationals that have used it. Anyway, but more than anything, you need to get to seminar. That's your next big thing. Now we are going to Edmonton. Mary Kay Canada is doing their big 40th anniversary in Edmonton. They've been in all the cities. So, Jamie, you could have gone out to the one in Saskatoon. I think that's the last one, wasn't it? They've had Vancouver coming up, Edmonton. Just get your husbands to take the night off, and we're all going to go down there for one night. So invest in your business to get the write-offs, but it's worth it. The more you go to, the better you are and that you become. So good night, Sophia. Thank you for joining us. If you guys have any questions, you can message me later. But I was telling her how fun Zoom is, and especially when you have, consultants all over the place. So we just pick different topics, and I'm going to do my next Zoom is when I get back from Dallas. And Sophia, if you want to join us for that, my schedule.
Yeah.
I hope they give me some free product. I hope they give me the new skincare before, and if they do, you come try it.
That's exciting, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so the Edmonton one is September the 6th, Sophia, do you remember?
Yeah, this
night. Gotta get our husbands to take the night off so they can take the kids to school the next morning for us. But I'm going. It'll be worth it. I already told Greg, and he's like, okay, no problem. Like, you just gotta plan ahead. Everything's planning.
Yeah.
It's the same with conference. You plan to go. Don't worry about how you're gonna get the money if you're not there, because we were all there at one point. You just make the plan, and I promise you you'll have the money. You just gotta set the plan. It's like you have to believe in the business in order to just figure it out. And I said this to Christina today, and I don't think she'll mind me sharing, is when I made the decision to be a director, nothing could stop me. It was that done in my head, even though I did not know who was going to be on my team. I didn't know who was going to buy the product. I didn't know how the heck I'd figure it out, but I knew that's where I wanted to be, and I wanted to teach people. I thought that was pretty fun. I did not know how I was going to get there. But you know what? That was okay, because when you have a belief, right? When it's like you just figure it out, and until you believe, nothing will happen. Until you know you'll be a star consultant, nothing will happen. Until you know you'll be behind a car one day, nothing is going to happen. Until you believe, now it takes a while, and action helps you believe. So the connection to that is as soon as you believe and commit, like your 6 most important list, you commit to something, change that habit. You have to no, I'm going to work today. Today I'm working. Like today, Emmy was in daycare, I'm working. I'm going to work my solid 4 hours. I'm not going to go and just do whatever and go have a coffee by myself. I'm going to work. And you need to set the intention to work. And as soon as you have that belief, the action happens, the results come from it. And then later you can go, yeah, way to go. That was 4 powerful hours. And Greg came home. He's like, how'd your day? I'm like, it was fantastic. He goes, what was so fantastic about it? I'm like, I had work me time. It was just what we need. And it's because I scheduled it. If you're not scheduling it, like Sophia said, and color coding it, you won't do it. You have no excuses. Don't give me excuses. Just make a plan and figure it out. And later you'll be really happy you did. Right? So good night. You guys can figure this out. You got lots of powerful things. I'll post it. You can watch it again. Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you, Angela.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.